Title: The Haunting in Shadowvale. In the quaint little town of Shadowvale, nestled amidst a dense forest, there stood a dilapidated mansion, shrouded in mystery and fear. Locals whispered about its cursed past and the malevolent spirits that haunted its halls. The stories of the mansion had been passed down through generations, making it the stuff of nightmares. One moonless night, a group of curious teenagers, daring each other, decided to explore the forsaken mansion. Among them were Sarah, a fearless girl with a penchant for adventure, and her best friend Alex, a skeptical and level-headed young man. As the clock struck midnight, the group gathered outside the mansion's rotting entrance, their hearts pounding with trepidation. The air felt thick, and a chilling breeze ruffled their hair as they stepped inside. Creaking floorboards echoed with each hesitant footstep, and shadows danced ominously on the walls. Sarah's heart thudded in her chest, but she refused to show fear. The group wandered deeper into the mansion, and whispers of a ghostly presence filled the air. Suddenly the atmosphere grew colder, and the sound of faint sobbing reverberated through the halls. The group froze, terror gripping them. Without warning, a spectral figure appeared before them, pale and gaunt, its hollow eyes locking onto theirs. A blood-curdling scream escaped Sarah's lips as she pointed at the ghostly figure. The entity let out an eerie wail, sending shivers down their spines. Panic overcame the group, and they fled in different directions, losing each other in the darkness. Sarah found herself alone in a dimly lit room, feeling an oppressive presence closing in on her. She could hear the unsettling whisperings and heart-wrenching cries of tormented souls. The walls seemed to close in around her, and a feeling of hopelessness engulfed her every thought. Meanwhile, Alex stumbled into the mansion's decaying library, where he found an ancient diary. As he read its haunting entries, he discovered that the mansion was once home to a sinister cult that practiced dark rituals to gain immortality. Their evil deeds had left a stain on the house and bound malevolent spirits within its walls. Desperate to reunite with his friends and escape the mansion's clutches, Alex sought to unravel the curse. Guided by the diary's cryptic clues, he learned that the spirits could only find peace if their cursed objects were destroyed at the site of their deaths. Meanwhile, Sarah felt an icy touch on her shoulder and turned to see the ghostly figure once again. This time it pointed towards a dusty old attic. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah followed the specter's guidance, her heart pounding louder with each step. Reaching the attic, Sarah found a small chest concealed beneath a thick layer of cobwebs. Inside it lay a weathered locket that belonged to the ghostly figure. As she held the locket, a wave of sadness washed over her, and she understood the pain the spirit endured. At the same time, Alex discovered the location of another cursed object, a tarnished knife, in the mansion's eerie basement. The basement seemed to have a life of its own, with the shadows dancing in sinister patterns. Braving the darkness, he grabbed the knife, feeling a sinister energy emanating from it. Driven by a newfound determination, Sarah and Alex rejoined their friends, sharing their findings. United, they set out to destroy the cursed objects at the site of the spirit's demise, hoping to break the curse and free the tortured souls trapped within the mansion. The journey to locate each object was harrowing, and they faced many terrifying encounters with vengeful spirits along the way. But Sarah and Alex's friendship and resilience proved stronger than the malevolence that haunted Shadowvale. As dawn approached, they returned to the mansion's grand hall, where the leader of the cult had met his tragic end. With trembling hands, they placed the locket and knife on a makeshift altar. Reciting an incantation from the diary, they lit a candle, hoping it would purify the cursed objects and grant peace to the restless spirits. A sudden gust of wind swept through the hall, extinguishing the candle. The room plunged into darkness and the spirits howled with fury. Panic threatened to consume the group, but Sarah and Alex held firm. Just when all seemed lost, a radiant light emerged from the cursed objects, dispersing the darkness. The malevolent spirits dissipated one by one, and a sense of tranquility settled over the mansion. As the sun rose over Shadowvale, the group emerged from the mansion, forever changed by their haunting experience. The once feared house was now free from its malevolent presence, and the curse was broken. From that day on, the townspeople no longer whispered tales of terror about the mansion. Instead, they spoke of the brave teenagers who had faced the darkness and restored peace to Shadowvale. But deep down, they knew that the mansion would always be a place where the veil between the living and the dead was thin, a reminder of the horrors that once lurked within its walls.